Hey guys, Amazing Ampharos here, and I'm just delving even deeper into this exciting final dungeon. To kick things off, I'm going to move Edge back to his run from battle equipment setup, because things are just getting progressively more and more dangerous. As you might notice, I'm now inside the Giant of Babil, which doesn't honestly make a bit of sense, but oh well, they can build whatever they want under the moon, I guess. But the monsters in here are real killers. In particular, the Clockwork Dragons are going to instantly kill Porom and Rydia, and they're going to hurt everyone other than Edge really badly as well. Edge, of course, absorbs fire, so at least he doesn't have to worry about that. And we do get another free heal at the end of this place, so we're basically just trying to stay alive while Edge gets us out of encounters, so we can get the full heal and then do the boss. And to be brutally honest, none of the equipment in this area is really any good at all, but I'm going to pick it up anyway. Because we start off with this poison axe, which I honestly don't understand the purpose of this piece of equipment. It's weaker than the Lustrous Sword and Gungnir, but it requires two hands. I guess if you were using Sid or Luca, it could help you out, but a better strategy would be not to use Sid or Luca, so I really don't get this piece of equipment. And in terms of other not very important equipment, I'm going to get a Moonring Blade down here, which is like an upgrade from the boomerangs that I had in Edge's Tales, but it's just so much weaker than Edge's current equipment that there's no circumstance in which using it really makes sense. Especially because, as you're probably beginning to notice, raw physical attacks aren't really that dangerous at this point in the game. Blink can dodge them anyway. So putting Edge in the front row isn't really endangering him that much. And this is a nice little scene between Golbez and Theodore, but sadly it does not result in a new band between them. Golbez gets a ridiculously small number of bands in general. He pretty much only has bands with Cecil, and he gets one with Cain near the end of the final dungeon. I guess it's supposed to be a sign that Golbez doesn't play well with others. But either way, it's a loss, because Golbez is such a powerful character that I'm sure any hypothetical bands he had with anyone would be really good. And this upcoming boss is really tricky, so I'm going to drop some hits to cycle through a lunar phase I want. In particular, I'm going to aim for Waxing Moon, which is plus white magic and minus black magic. In this case, I actually want it for the plus white magic side of it. The minus black magic isn't really going to affect how this fight goes one way or another. And before we pick this fight, we need to rearrange the game. That should be good. And it's the CPU of the Giant of Babil, and this guy's nasty. As you recall probably, he has an attack node and a defense node. The attack node is constantly using Penetrating Laser, a very powerful target all attack. Whereas the defense node, well, you'll see, it just heals at a ridiculous rate. You'll never be able to keep up with that heal. And if you destroy both, then he'll elect to revive both and kill one of your characters automatically. So you really can't kill both of them. You basically have to kill the defense node, because there's no coming back from it if you don't. forgot to change Edge's equipment, but that's okay. And we need to equip Golbez with something that can do some damage. Let's go with that dude here. And the basic strategy here is pretty simple. Between Sylph and Cura, we can keep our health up from the penetrating lasers, and then we slowly win the physical. Kane's jump in particular is going to be what we're relying on, because it ignores row, and as long as either of the nodes are alive, the boss counts as being in the back row, which is really neutering our damage output. And it's actually a pretty long fight, but at this point we're pretty far beyond the ability to lose. I pretty much just need to carry out this formula to win. If you brought a different party, this could be easier or harder. If you have Rosa, of course, that's going to help you a lot, because her Shiraga can keep you healed by itself. Though, if you don't have Rydia, say you brought Porom and Porom, you might just need to be at a higher level for this to be doable. If you had Shell, you could just stack Shell up, and that would really help your survival as well. You could just try, since penetrating laser doesn't do more damage when it targets more characters, or I should say it doesn't do more damage when it targets fewer characters, you could just stack defensive buffs on Golbez and count on him never dying. And I got myself out of sync in a dangerous way, but hopefully it'll work out in the end. And now it's basically won. Well, that was thoroughly non-trivial. But now Rydia finally has Bio, which I'm not sure how I'm going to be making use of it, but it's always a good spell to have. And that's a very nice bow and arrow if you happen to need it. And down here you'll notice this is the same terrain you can see in the Feymark. That is not a coincidence because we are about to get Leviathan and Ursula back. Either that or we're just going to get back attacked into oblivion, one of the two. Well, the important two characters are alive. The one with smoke and the one with a ton of health. And that is not an exit. And that is not a good piece of equipment. That is not a small amount of damage. We're certainly learning what a lot of things are not, aren't we? That was a genuine fail. I should never have let them get their attack now. I can tell you I knew precisely where I was going in here, but I'd totally be lying to you. I did, however, spy this, so I might as well grab that now. That could probably drop a really rare tail. It could also drop my party real fast, so discretion's the better part of valor on this one. Here we go, save point. Leviathan's in the next room, but I'm going to break segment here because it could be a pretty dangerous boss. And I'm already taking out one of those, so see you guys next time.